Okay. Aldi. Let's do it again. Okay. Let me just paste it here. Okay. That is definitely an interesting one. Huh? How fast was that? Not so fast. We've had better days. Back in. Let me just. Wow, that's quite stable. But then again, we need more closure. Yeah, that's much better. Yeah, that's much better. Let me see if I can okay, so the lap is already online already. So we're just gonna do the usual and just wait until yeah, that's the usual thing for the lap. The rest of it is funny. I'm just gonna change exactly. Yeah, that's what it is. Okay. That's pretty Mondkregier Rookies, Demigods. Take care of that first. Whether it's banned. See the players already coming in. Okay, we have to put the chat already. Alright, so if you are currently listening to my voice on the screen, just let me know how the sound is. MJ, please give me a feedback on the sound. Do I need to tune down the game sound a little bit? Can you guys hear me? Is the game sound overshadowing my voice? I can make some adjustments on my end. So just let me know. Okay, I need your feedback. I'll be watching the comments. Okay, while the two teams set up on their in the lobby. Okay, my voice is low. Oh yeah. I'm just gonna repeat it a bit. Okay. Alright, so yeah, just give me one sec. I'm just gonna turn it off completely. Okay. So how's that now? Does that sound better? Can you hear my voice better now? I just tuned it down a little bit. Or do I still need to turn it down a little more? I can still go down, but then again, I need to hear feedback from you guys. How does it sound now? Oh, okay, it's cool now. Okay, all right. So we've got Mondkregier versus Demigods tonight. We've seen Demigods play. It's not really the first time I've seen Demigods play, and we've seen Mondkregier play as well. They played in the last once, and then we also saw The song is too loud. Okay, let's go down a little bit. You know, let's go down a little bit. We can still go down. Okay. All right. So how is that now? I just tuned it down a little bit even more. Let me see how. Okay. So is that okay now? The audio is low. How is the audio low? Okay, like when you say audio, you mean for my end. Okay, sharp now. Okay. All right, that's okay now. All right, so like I was saying before, Mondkregier has played before. We've seen, with Mondkregier play before, and Terror was an absolute beast in the last game. He used Alpha to jungle, and oh my goodness, he did jungle and became the Nigerian Kyrie, the jungle standard, and he decimated. And then we also saw Izumi as well did do our thing, and then we also saw Mondkregier on their end. We saw Sarmat, we saw Armata, we saw Yoli X, do their thing as well. So it's kind of there. You see, my voice is low. Wow. Okay. Let me see how I can make that work. Okay. Oh, okay. I'm just seeing my volumes. Okay, how is my voice now? How does my voice sound now? Can you guys hear me clearly now? Because sound system is something that we still trying to tamper with a little bit. Okay, it says it's well. all right. So like I was saying before, I said that we've seen Mondkregier play. We've seen Demigods play before. We saw Terror did his thing. He was an absolute beast. Terror decimated with Alpha. He had triple kills. He had double kills. He absolutely dominated in the last match, and his teammates were basically just supporting him. And then we can see Mondkregier on the other hand. They also had Armata doing so well in the last game, and then Sarmat, and then not really that much of a performance from Sublina Mohid and Yoli X, but then again they also play supporting roles. So these are two teams that did well in their last games. So these are two teams that are facing against each other, and I really want to see how Terror is going to perform in this game, because he's a jungler that is so good. I mean, he's one of the junglers that really stand out, just like Celestials, their jungler is their unique strength. That's the same for Demigods. Demigods jungler is also their strength in the team. So it's Demigods don't have tags. Demigods don't have squad tags, just like Jägerist. I don't know if you know Jägerist. They don't have squad tags. That's actually quite common. Some squads do it. But then again, some people will say that gives some chance for them to use non-registered players. But I'm sure Coney Black is taking note of players that are actually registered, for the tournament, to prevent such kind of, infiltration. But so I'll be engaging the comments right now, and I'm gonna be seeing what you guys are saying while the players are organizing themselves. They've got about 7 minutes until Coney Black calls the DQ on Demigods, because we have squad tags. Why though? Why is your squad tag not showing? I mean, no matter how complicated your squad tag is, I think the game of numerics is able to recognize it. I wonder why your squad tag is not showing. I'm presuming that you're a Demigods member. That's Richard D. Well, you guys your squad leader should probably check that out and see what the problem is, because squad tags makes it easy to actually determine and know which member is yours. Okay, so Cody Black is saying something in the lobby right now. He says, sorry, Demigods entered lobby first, they get first pick, so they get to switch sides. Okay, so that's a mistake on the ref side. And he said, what is Crimson Era strength? Crimson Era strength is the fact that their leader does not want his match to be streamed. So that's Crimson Era strength. Okay, that's his strength. Okay, so now that we've settled the thing with the sound system, sometimes the game sound gets a little bit messy. Sometimes I get it right, but sometimes it tends to shake and all that. MJ says MJ is calling me fraud. MJ, I call me. Oh my goodness. Okay, so with that being said, we can see the lineup here. We can see Sublina Mohid, Armata for Mondkregier. Mondkregier missing 2 members. I think they should get those members down before 5, because they only have 5 minutes. They only have, it's until 10:10 before there's DQ. I can see, I don't think Cypher is, okay, Cypher is in here. I don't think Cypher is going to be reffing this one. I think it's just Coney that's going to be reffing this, game. And then Terror, Godspeed, Yoli X, Richard, and Day A for Demigods. And then we've got okay, I can't really pronounce that because it's Japanese characters. We got Saramat, Sabrina Muhid, Aramata for Mondkregier. So it said Nigerian best commentator, what person? Okay, MJ. Right now, you are resorting to flatteries, and I am not going to indulge that, okay? But I do appreciate that if it's an honest compliment, though. I do appreciate it. I don't joke with compliments. But then again, a sub to the channel would be appreciated if you like what you hear and what you see. So, with that being said, Connie is addressing in the lobby. Connie said, "Evening all, I'm your host for tonight, Connie. Let's have some fun tonight, shall we?" Well, we're definitely gonna have some fun. I'm looking forward to see what Terror is gonna do tonight. I don't know if they're gonna lock down the alpha. I don't know if Demigods are going to take down the alpha on the lobby picks, and I don't know if Mondkregier also have something as a contingency plan in case in case that pick is taken. I really hope that Terror has something in place. Demigods, rather, not Mondkregier, has something in place for when his signature pick or when his dominating pick is locked in the lobby or in the draft. So, with that being said, Connie is addressing in the lobby, and Connie says, let's have our bans. Exactly. So this is where everything is decided. The drafting phase is decided. Let us see whether they're gonna make the good decisions here, because we saw this thing with Celestials whereby they were really messing up their bans and in the lobby bans and the draft bans, and it really affected them so much. But then again, somehow they still swept the rug under DT and pulled the win, despite the fact that they were countered badly. I mean, we had a Tigrid against an Akai. If you didn't watch that stream, it was uploaded to the channel. You can go check it out. DT versus Celestials. That was an absolute banger of a match. DT really had a run for their money against Celestials. I think they kind of underrated them a little bit too much, but then again, it's crazy. Okay, so we see an Alpha and Julian for Mondkregier. Wow, isn't that gonna be counterproductive? I think they're truly trying to nerf Terror here, because they know that Terror really dominates with the Alpha. So they lock down the Alpha and the Julian against Terror. That's actually a very valuable one. And okay, there's the draft. So Alpha and Julian is taken down. I really want to see what Terror is gonna do. I really want to see who is gonna stream. I'm sorry, who Terror is gonna pick tonight. And you can see Day A is gonna make the first ban for Demigods. Demigods really it's a glue ban. Well, a glue ban is not that bad. A glue can be very problematic, especially in team fights. And then we can see I can't really actually pronounce that. Those are Japanese Hiragana characters. Oh, there's the Lucas banned. Wow, that's actually a very valuable ban. And then Izumi here will take down someone valuable. Someone that really could cause a problem. There's a lot of options here. We've got a Hylos, we've got a Gato. You can take and down any of those. And then we've also got some other heroes like Sicilian Jutsu. There are options here easily. This is Sicilian takedown. Wow, I selected that one. And then Aramata will respond to that. And well, there's a lot of options. There's Gato, there's Hylos. There's also some options. You could be looking at the opponents as well. You can take down some more jungler picks. I mean, you can take down a Link. And Argos. Wow, they're really trying to shut down Terror here, because Terror used an Argos in the second game in the last match I streamed that Demigods play, and then he also used an Alpha. So an Alpha and an Argos is down. I really want to see how Terror is going to respond to this, because he's the signature jungler and the strongest weapon of Demigods. So if he doesn't actually get the pick right, lock down the Monarch of Light from the Monian Empire himself, the Arbiter of Light rather. They've got a Gato and a Hylos combo from Mondkregier. This is a team that is going for sustain. This is a team that really pack a lot of revitalize. There's a revitalize on the Hylos, a revitalize on the Gato, and then there's a spirit of chair from the CC on the side of Demigods, still not willing to settle for sustained picks, still willing to go for picks that are squishy here. I really hope they make up for it in their remaining pick. Terror will respond as the signature jungler for Demigods. Who's gonna go for an alley? Wow. Wow, he's really got a few tricks to show there. The Leonin warrior himself, Aulus. Well, I really want to see what he's gonna do, but then again, we'll be leaving the Jusine Open, the Crimson Beacon vessel herself. Wow, we're gonna be seeing some Luminescent Beacon here, and Crimson Beacon, and Luminous Flare. So, and then Yoli X will respond there with the final ban. Izumi still hasn't picked. Same with Richard. There's a lot of things. There's a lot of advantage right here for Mondkregier. They've got the crowd control. They've got the sustain. They just need to finish this up with a little damage, and then they are good to go in their draft. I'm really loving the lineup on the end. Oh, there's some irritating ban from Mondkregier. A very valuable takedown from the marksman. Richard is gonna respond with a ban here. You could try taking down someone that will be problematic. A jungler. Hayabusa is open. A Hanzo is available. You can take that down. A Son is available. You can also take that down. A Link, perhaps. Someone else, but not problematic. There's the fast side, but that will not be a wise ban from their end because they already have a mage. This was the same mistake that Celestial made yesterday. I mean, they took down a marksman when they already had a marksman locked down. I think one of the things that Demigods need to consider next time is they really need to watch out for the heroes that have already been locked, the roles that have already been picked and chosen. This is something that they really need to consider before they lock down that ban, because you only get the lobby. Right there, the young warrior from Eruditio, and then we can see a Popol and Cooper. I don't really know if a Popol and Cooper is going to work here because they've got a very unique lineup here. There's a lot of Purify on their end. There's a Jusin Purify, a Kimi Purify, so a Tigreal is not going to be a wise decision to make here. I don't really know about Cooper and Cooper. The options here, you've got an Ixia. You've got a Broody available. You've got an Akari available. You've got a Leslie. I mean, Akari is going to be good because you've got a damage coming in and locks down the Tigreal irrespective of contrary situations. Because you've got a Purify on the Kimi here, as you see Purify. I really don't know what this team is going to do here. I really don't know. But then again, Demigods, I don't know if they're trying to pull the same rug that Celestial did yesterday night, because Celestial did the same thing yesterday and they won the game. I don't know if they're trying to make it work, but then again, let's give them the benefit of the doubt. So, with that being said, the draft is complete. I'm going to be engaging the comments right now, and I'm going to see what you guys think about this. Will they make this work like Celestial did, or will Mondkregier give them a run for their money instead and show them that history cannot be repeated if you are aware of what happened? So, okay, someone says, I think Celestials only banned the MM because they saw it was already on a DQ for DT. Well, I think I kind of agree with you there, Emmanuel. So, said faster ban after image pick. Yeah, I did mention that, didn't I? Like, I did mention that. Okay, BB's Hub says, oh yeah, let's see. The game has started here, but I just want to analyze a little bit here. We've got the member of the Oriental Fighters. We've got 1-1 on this side. It's not really, a very unique pick because we don't get to see it all. It's a very unique pick rather because we don't get to see it all the time here. I mentioned one of the marksman options here. Oh, I think Izumi is lagging. Kind of like grazing against the wall here. So, yeah, 1-1 can carry. Yeah, I definitely agree with that. But then again, I would have preferred more, true damage options like carry or a Leslie. A carry, majorly, because a carry has very good mobility, especially in a situation whereby this team just has, Purify, and the Kimi has a Purify. So, a Leslie 2 will be better, but you can see oh, there's a first blood already. The camera missed that one. But then there's a jump over the enemies, but there's the unbreakable from the Gateau. They're really trying to take advantage of this green light over here. The Gateau is taking the big hole. Not crashing on the nose to the Gateau, but that's still big. Oh, Gateau goes down. They're still winning this game. They get the mystic field on the UC. Not willing to use that Purify to get out of that situation, but Yo-Yo might force her to use to use the S2 already coming in. But they have an advantage here because it's an early game advantage for Mondkregier. They know that the sustain from the Hylos and the Gateau, They know that, you know, the sustain really gives them an advantage in the early game. That you know, the lineup for Demigods don't give them. And they're really trying to take advantage of that. Let's take a look at this, you know, Gatu here. So, Richard, I really don't know what you want to do here because there's a lot of Purify against you, and the ones that don't have Purify have Revitalize. Godspeed into his turret here, but with Godspeed going, he's not really into commit, but then again, Imperial has started taking the sorrow. There was nowhere to be found here. We're trying to bring back level 4 this one. Mondkregier will not wait as he throws the best solo. Yes, he's getting pushed right here. He's winning and swallow that from the 1-1. But then again, we'll retreat back for his people. Let's take a look at the EXP lane. This Godspeed really doing so well with a nice KDA despite his teammates not having that good ability. Godspeed is trying to focus Yo-Yo here, trying to get the maximum here, but needs to clear the lanes as the gold lane is getting heated. So we're going to heat here with the assist and juicing. And then trying to come here to get as much Tiger pace in as possible to clear the lanes. This 1-1 is really playing it safe. Izumi knows that he's not alone in this you know, game. Okay, the game is affecting. Okay, the game sound. Oh yeah, I think I need to take that down a little bit. You know, I want to lower this a little bit. So let's take that down. Okay, so how is it now? Is the game sound still very loud? The game sounds still very loud. I just brought it down a little bit. I adjusted it. I don't really know how, you know, it came back to the default settings. You know, I'll have to tweak the sound later on. So I need someone to actually tell me whether it's okay right now or not, so that I can, you know whether to keep going or not. Get the engage from the soil there. Dangerous possession, but will flicker out. Xavier just in time. With the Royal coming in from the high-lows and the midfield to immobilize them on their way. Wow, that was something. Okay, I think I could just mute the sound. Okay. Okay, I'm just gonna mute the sound then. I'm just gonna mute everything. So I'm gonna mute everything. Also, Armat's really trying to come in here with the bow and the arrow. The Suyo is really taking advantage of the Subliminal Muhid sustain. And the gold lane is, you know, there's a 4-man gang being cooked up for Izumi here. There's a lantern flare on Izumi trying to get as much stacks as possible. But then again, there's the ECC immune from the 1-1 here with the maximum crimson beacon. We'll take her down on the other end. Sound for now. I turned it all off. So I turned it all off. So you're gonna have to make do with that now. Because if I turn it on, you know, I've not really gotten the balance yet. But next stream I'm probably gonna get it, you know. But then again, if you want to hear the sound, I can always turn it back on the AA here on the mid lane. Yeah, it's lower than usual, right? For some weird reason. I don't know what's up with the sounds. Like, the sounds are just messing up tonight. Okay, so how's my voice now? Can you hear it now? Like, is it okay right now? Oh, there's a 4-man gang here right there. There's Avatar of the Guardian. The Davia will get caught in the Unbreakable, but doesn't get taken down. Escapes with a low HP. That was a very close call for the Xavier. But Izumi on the other end will get in. Trying to take the tier 1 on the gold lane. Takes the tier 1 on the gold lane. Wow. That's the immobilize right there from the Kimi, but Izumi will get out of there with the Tiger pace just in time. And then we've got Terror really trying to get this little here. Terror is really trying to, you know, engage less, farm more. I really love this strategy here. I mean, okay, there's EXP lane that's trying to engage right there. Godspeed really gaining the level advantage over Armata here. And Hylos EXP, you see Mondkregier, they know what they are doing. They know how, you know, to really build this. So they're really shoving this HP in their face. But there's the yo-yo as Godspeed takes Armata with the aid of the Mystic Light Xavier. There's the AOG. Godspeed in the position gets taken down by Sublina Muhid on the EXP lane. Oh, there's a Crimson Beacon from Jesus seen here, but that Purify is not giving her enough mobility like a Flicker would. Meanwhile, on the EXP lane, the tier 1 is down thanks to Sarmat and Muhid taking it down collaboratively. And then we have Terror really trying to invade here, trying to return the favor that was given to him on the early game. And then we got Terror here. The total has spawned, but with Terror, go for it. This Hylos is really stacking a lot of HP thanks to that thickened blood passive. You know, Yeah, and then okay. I said the game sound is weird. Yeah, the game sound is actually I don't know what's going on tonight. I don't know what's going on tonight. It's it used to be set. I actually this where I preset it so that once I just come into the game, everything is already preset. But I came in and everything was scattered. So I don't really know why that is. I don't really know what happened. So it just have to just make do with it for now. You don't have to make do with it for now. I'll check the stream out myself. I'll check the stream out myself later. And there's a Crimson Bacon. Gets taken down. It's a 4-man gang on the EXP lane there. That is not a good position to be in. I mean, Richard here being so ineffective. What were you thinking? You saw a double purify on the other end. There's not really much. There's a 2-man gang here waiting for Terror. Once it tries to take the other buff, they know what they're doing. Mondkregier are really keeping up this momentum. There's a 2k gold lead and there's a turret lead on the other end. It's crazy, but it's working for them. There's a glorious pathway from Mondkregier. The Hylos not giving in. Terror trying to fight as much as possible, but we'll get taken down by Yoli. There's a mystic field and an implosion coming in from the Tigreal as Richard tries to defend and take as much damage. There's a mystic field with immobilization one more time from the Xavier, but revitalize. We provide enough sustain with the steel bones for them to retreat. With the Crimson Bacon from Dijusin trying to get us more there, but the Soyo will not engage. The mystic field will trap without purify will come true for the Dijusin right there. Xavier with mystic field, Soyo will get past it, trying to get this kill before the turret will take him down. This the unbreakable Terror retrifies him. Trying to get as much damage in, but then will be stunned. Gets taken down by Terror. Still trying to dominate here. Still trying to take the game for Demigods. Terror still being the jungle standard for Demigods. Still trying to secure the match. Wow, this Alos is not relenting. He's trying to make it work. He knows that the odds are already against Demigods, and he's trying to make it work for them. Despite that, there's Lantern Flare from the Justin trying to get these stacks to try to get as much stacks as possible to get the crowd control. But the Kimi has started the Lord already, and they're coming in to contest. Demigods, I admire your bravery, but do you have the sustain? There's the AOG from the Gato as this 1-1 is taunted. And then there's a lot of Google coming in from the Hylos right there. The Revitalize coming in from both tanks. Right there, there's a dangerous position, but the chair will prevent the Soyo from engaging as Mondkregier gets an easy Lord. Wow. To revitalize on 2 tanks. That is ridiculous amount of sustain. I mean, Mondkregier knew what they were doing when they locked down the Gato and the Hylo simultaneously. They knew, and this 1-1 is really just trying to survive here. And then a 1-1 Aegis, I mean, I thought you would go with an Inspire on a 1-1, because usually when you get your stacks complete, when you've been able to mark all the weaknesses, and then you're able to trigger your crossbow of tank, you want to use your Inspire because it kind of increases the attack speed of 1-1 while she's using the crossbow of tank. So using an Aegis doesn't really work well with 1-1. It doesn't really make the most of the ultimate. So I don't really agree with that battle spell choice there. Neither do I agree with the battle spell choice of the CC. I think CC has enough mobility on her end, but then again, there's a gang coming in here with a Crimson Beacon from that's you seen here. They're really trying to end this game as fast as possible, but Terror will engage on the other end. Trying to get as much as the retribution, but it's a glorious pathway. Gets CC'd by the Justin. He's zooming up. We need to commit to that. Not willing, but Richard will be nowhere to be found when Terror needs assistance from his tank. Well, yeah, okay, there's a weakness from Trigger the Tiger Pace on it. The crossbow of tank is not available yet. I don't think this 1-1 has triggered the crossbow of tank, even once since this match started. That's the implosion. I don't really know what happened there. Did Tigris see a Natalia? I didn't really see a Natalia there because I don't really see what he was trying to do there. Okay, so with that being done, even though that was a moment of cheer for us, they're really trying to, they're really trying to make this work. I really love the fact that Demigods are still fighting. Despite, I think this 1-1 still has a chance. I mean, 1-1 has the CC immunity on, the control, the remove CC on the S2. I think she can still find a way to navigate around Jusine and, still get that crossbow of tank in. But sadly, we haven't seen a single crossbow of tank trigger on the other end. But there's an engagement coming in here from the gold lane. Oh, the Ilos Aramata really trying to trigger something here, but the Lantern Flare will be used on Richard here, but Richard gets taken down. There's the mobilization, the Mystic Field. Terror already wanted to come in, but hesitant as the Lantern Flare chases him away. Wow. Well, I agree. Aulus is a late game hero, and with the way Terror is farming with the way Terror is farming so hard, I mean, he's got about 8,700 gold on him. Like, he's the one with the most gold, as he should be as a jungler, expected of a jungler, right? He's the one with the most gold here. And backwards tiger pace, I don't really get that, Izumi, but then again, I really hope that works. I don't know if then just a new meta, but then again, I think approaching the Jusine should be easy enough. You've got the control immunity. If you really know what you're doing, taking out the Jusine with the 1-1 shouldn't be so hard, especially when she's rocking a Purify on you. And then Aramata here will assist Sarmat against this Lord. They're really not trying to waste any single second. But meanwhile, on the other side, Yoli gets shut down with the aid of Richard and Terror, as they will push the tier 2 on the gold lane here. When we need to retreat, because that's not a good place to be in. Aramata really trying to clear the lanes and make sure the waves are an advantage. Well, 1-1's build, right? I don't see any Demon Hunter sword. I don't see Steel Halberd. I don't see any HP eating build here. That's not really a good thing. And I mean, I don't really have much expectations from the 1-1 with the with the whole Aegis thing. The whole Aegis thing really just discouraged me, when I saw it. So I didn't really have that much expectations on the 1-1. But I have more expectations on Terror though, because Terror did so well the last time, but they banned 2 of his picks. I mean, Argos is down, and the Alpha is down, and they're really trying to nerf him. Mondkregier really knows what they're doing here, because they really try, and then they lock down the Gato and the Hylos, and we revitalize. But the Lord has spawned, and then this Gato will look for a proper open glorious pathway there with the AOG from the Gato as they engage the full-on team fight on this end. But then again, it's a full-on sustained battle as this Jusine gets a killing spree on this Tigro. They're really trying to take game 1. They're really trying to secure it, but Demigods are trying to defend as Aramata goes down, and the 1-1 takes down the Jusine here. Ooh, Izumi pushes it too much. Gets shut down by Sarmat on the other end. And then we can see CC here trying to defend, trying to close the lanes in. Sarmat will try to come in and make sure the waves are at their advantage. Yoli trying to push things here. Xavier trying to come in with the Mystic Field, trying to clear the lanes here, trying to make sure that they don't give. Oh, the inhibitors are down. There's the Mystic Field. Godspeed, not willing to push it too much. Richard comes in with a conceal. Had a clear opening there against the Kimi, but refuses to take it instead. Oh, there's the opening, but all the inhibitors will fall as Terror tries so hard to keep the hope alive for Demigods on the other end. Meanwhile, on the other side, Sarmat will come in. There's a Mystic Light, but dodges just close enough to escape that Mystic Light and the magic damage that comes with it. Then Terror here will come in to try and take the creeps. You need to be careful though, because in situations like that, you could easily get jumped. And Terror will come in trying to farm this creep as fast as possible. The Lord spawns in the next 25 seconds, and he really needs to be there to contest. Okay, so if there's gonna be a hope, I mean, the game is not completely far gone, because Alos is a very strong character, and we're looking at Terror's build here. He's got a Malefic gun. I don't know how well that works on Alos, and he's got a Dominance Eyes. I don't see a Malefic Roar. I don't see a see how bad, because that's gonna help a lot against the regen. But then again, I see a dominance ice, which is also a very, very good anti-heal build. I can see something also. Oh, Aramata coming in here trying to zone them out from the Lord, but we'll get stormed, we get immobilized by the mystic field, taking so much damage there, trying to get away with the glorious pathway, but we'll get taken down. Unfortunately, that was a costly poke, and they weren't willing to let him go just like that. Well, I think build problems, are everywhere. I think build problems are on the side of Mondkregier and also on the side of, Demigods, especially on the 1-1 here, as we still don't see any, builds here that okay, I can see, I think she's trying to build something here. Oh, the Tigre will come in. The Lord is approaching from the center side. Terror trying to defend against this Lord, but then again, there's no chance. The Gato not willing to engage just yet. There's no opening here, but the Lord will be taken down by Demigods before it could enter their base. That was a brilliant decision, because the moment that Lord enters their base, it's not going to be funny, and they're gonna try and take it out, especially Yoli here. But then again, there's not really, a base pushing hero here. Okay, I can see the Suyo though. Okay, there's a Mystic Light right there from the Xavier. Okay, I'm going to be engaging the comments right now, because right now what they're just doing is just gonna be the macro management. So I'm gonna be seeing what you guys are saying. Okay, someone says no war axe. So okay, I don't really know who you're talking about. 110. Oh, exactly. I said it, that there's no single crossbow of tank. We've not seen a crossbow of tank from the 1-1. We've not seen any, right? We've not seen a single. It's sad, but then again, I didn't really have much expectations with the Aegis. Okay, someone says Suyo buying Sky Piercer. Okay, see, that's the build. So Suyo has a Sky Piercer, and there's a War Axe in his build actually. There's no War Axe in Olu's builds. That's terrible, because Olus needs a War Axe actually. Olus does continuous damage, which is S3. So a War Axe is actually good for Olus. A War Axe is actually very nice for him. Saramat's coming in here, invading here, trying to check the bushes. Richard trying to do a good job like tank should, but glorious path away with the implosion. But that Purify will come in handy against them. Counterproductive here. Terror trying to take out Hylos on the other end. Oh, Izumi trying to mark the weaknesses, still not getting the weaknesses. There's the crossbow of tank, not willing to trigger it, even though all weaknesses and the crossbow of tank was available. I don't know if this 1-1 is immune to our ultimate, but would really love to see it happen. We would really love to see her use it. Well, 20 seconds until the Lord spawns. The Tiger Pace. There's a Swallow Dart. Trying to check for bushes there. A very brilliant move by a marksman. I think the reason why it was stationary there was because he had the network issues. Godspeed here. Well, they're just really trying to macro management. I love the fact that Terron knows that there's no point in contesting for that Lord, because the mid lane is getting hot. Let's take a look at what's going on there. Tigre goes down. Actually, just seen in a dangerous position, gets taken down. Wow, it's a 3-for-none in favor of Demigods. What's going on here? Are they trying to steal the game? Is this a celestial move? What is going? It's a 5-man. What is Sarmat doing? He needs to go back. They are pushing against them. Demigods finding their momentum against them. It's crazy, but it's happening. Sarmat's really trying to steal the base here. Demigods, are you watching what is going on? Godspeed already coming back from the turret. Really trying to defend against as Day 8 gets a killing spree. They're getting pushed so much. Saramat needs to go back. They're trying to take the game. Demigods are trying to take the win, but the minions are betraying them as they opt for the Lord instead. Izumi finally doing what a marksman should. Finally being the Nigerian Kaura, the gold standard for Demigods. Trying to make this work. It's gonna be tight. The scores are tied. The waves are tied. But they can make this work as Terror takes the Lord. One more push. One more time. They can do this. This can work if they coordinate themselves. And you can see Izumi coming in here on the other end. And then there's a lot of things that Izumi really needs to take note of. The Gato is missing on the map, and really needs to make sure that she doesn't get, it doesn't get jumped. There's immobilization there. We'll get it taken down. There's the Rose Gold Meteor coming through. Ooh, dangerous engagement there, Izumi. You really shouldn't have pushed that one too much. That could have been risky, especially when the Lord is approaching. Your teammates need you. Your teammates really needs you to push the base. I really love the fact that they're trying to defend right now. It's crazy how the match just turned. Now Demigods have 7k gold lead, just like that. They've gotten the gold lead. The scores are still tied. The kill lead is still tied. But the Lord will approach and get in. Terror really trying to push. Oh, run all you want. That's the ultimate from the Owlers. But then again, the glorious pathway coming in from Aramata. But Aramata will get taken down. It's a 3-man implosion. But that purified does not keep her alive. Misses the glory. Misses the AOG. The Gatso. But the base is almost taken down. Terror almost taking the base down. As they take game 1. Demigods showing there the Demigods of this match. That turnaround was only Celestial like. It's crazy, but they made it work. It's crazy, but I think being countered by Tigreal, I think picking a Tigreal when you are obviously countered is the new cheat code for winning. Because Celestial did it and they worked and it worked, they won, and they're doing it right now. Demigods are doing it right now, and they won. So I don't know what's going on. Is this the new code? Is it the new cheat? Is this what is going on? Is this the new normal? Is this what's going on? It's crazy. I mean, what do you think? Comments, chats. What do you think? They were obviously countered. They had a lot of disadvantages. I mean, 2 purifies, but they still made it work. I mean, Izumi went from 0 to hero immediately. It's crazy. We saw this with Celestial yesterday. They really need to stop giving me this kind of heart attack. They really need to stop this. And someone says, not a full counter. Yeah, well, it's not a full counter. But then again, what happened? Izumi was feeding. Izumi had 0-2-3 as a KDA. All of a sudden, it became 7 something. Like, what happened? Like, Mondkregier, you had it under control. You had the lineup advantage. You had the kill advantage, the wave advantage. You had the objective advantage. What happened? You were even confident enough to invade jungle in the early game. What happened? How did that game turn around just like that? It's crazy. It's crazy. Wow. That was insane. That was insane. Okay, so I said the Nigerian Kelra. Yeah, there's a reason why I always use Nigerian, because you can actually call them Kelra. They're not there yet. They're not there yet. But then again, I always use Nigerian. Okay, so right now both teams are in the lobby, and it's no Joy Boy. That's why they lost. Well, I don't really know who Joy Boy is. I don't know who he plays for. Someone says they should have ended since. Of course, they should have ended since, right? But I think they should have really pushed that Lord rather than just allowing that Lord to be taken out. I think they should have pushed it a bit. I think that would have been the end game for them, because they had the advantage. I mean, whenever Mondkregier with that lineup, they really pushed for a team fight. They were really making it work, right? They were making Demigods retreat. But all of a sudden, they started playing it safe. The Hylos was getting taken down like multiple times. And yeah, they don't have a push hero. Exactly. I said this, right? I said this the last time. I said that they don't have any hero that can easily take down the base. The only person that could do that was Soyo. And well, that's when it came to a point where they needed someone to push, they didn't have it. And contrary to Demigods, which they did, they had 1-1, they had Olus, so yeah. Someone, All Father says Citro. Well, yeah, that was a true. That was a true, sadly. That was a true. They really had they had an advantage, and well, they really didn't make the most of it. Let me just put it there. So someone says all those about autolog base. Well, obviously, when you don't even get a chance, you are being zoned out, your jungle is being invaded, and finally the game turns around and you get a chance to end. Are you not going to just focus, leave everything, and just attack the base, even if it gets you killed? Which it did get him killed, by the way. So there's the ban there. Mondkregier taking down the All Loose. Wow, I think they're really trying to fear this Aulus now. I think terror has struck terror in their hearts for Aulus now. So they've taken out the Aulus and the Julian, and then with Mondkregier, and then Demigods took down the Hayabusa and the Hanzo, two very notable assassins. So with that being said, I think we're gonna go into the draft here. I'm gonna go into the draft. It's crazy, MJ, but they're true. Okay. The MM for Demigods was Izumi, and the MM for Mondkregier, I think, was Yoli X. The MM for Mondkregier was Yoli X. So all these comebacks, I know, like, well, MJ, you go like him, you will start like him, because see, Crimson Era should not underrate anything, because it's as if now the new cheat is, let us get countered in the draft, right? Let's get countered. Don't worry, we'll get countered, but we will still let them underrate us, then we will win. That's what happened with Celestials. DT countered them badly with the Purifies, but they still made it work. They still won. That's exactly what happened just now. They had 2 Purifies. They countered the Tigreal badly, but they still won. I mean, in Mobile Legends, it's not about who counters who. It's what happens at the end of the game. That's what matters. Right? It's not about who, counters or who won the draft. It's about who wins the game. That's what matters. So we're in the draft right now, and Armata will take the first ban. So while they do their drafting, I'm going to, why did they do their drafting? I'm going to engage the comments and say, oh, Argos. Well, I don't really know, honestly. It's crazy, but okay, there's a high-low takedown. Okay, I like the fact that Mondkregier are now coming down on, they're really coming down on the sustain build, but there's still a glue ban on the side of Demigods. What are they trying to prevent? We saw a glue takedown the last time in the draft, and then we saw it now. We're seeing it now again. What are they trying to avoid here? Oh, there's the 1-1 takedown. Izumi seems like he really struck fear in their hearts with this pick. So, and they said, the lobby bans were Hayabusa, Hanzo, Aulus, and I can't really remember the last one. But then again, there's the Lucas pick from Armata. That's a very valuable pick right there for Mondkregier. And then Richard will respond to that. A Tigreal is still available. If they want to do their signature, somehow they carry the victory kind of pick. Oh, speak of the devil. They locked down the Tigreal. Wow. They're really trying to pick it again. Well, I love the confidence. Well, looking Tigreal first, the confidence. Like, hey, counter me. I don't care. We're going to win the game anyways. It's crazy. But let's see if this actually works. For the second time. Let's see if this is the new cheat code. Right? Let's see if, let's see if this is the new cheat code. So, we can see Lilia. We can see Lilia here with the flame shots. A Lilia pick. We've not seen a Lilia for a long time, especially as a mage pick. We've got options here. We've got a Jusine, but Mondkregier will forsake the Jusine and lock down the Lilia herself. And we're gonna see some black shoes. So, and then we can see Day A here. We will respond to that with a pick. And then there's options here actually. There's a lot of options here. You can pick the Xavier. Well, Xavier is not that bad. The Mystic Field, the mobilization from the Mystic Field is nice. You can, Tigreal can always follow up with that. There's the Purify from the Lilia, of course. When you say Tigreal, of course you want to carry a Purify if you're a mage. That's understandable. The Ixia lockdown from Izumi there. And then Sarmat will respond to that with banning. And then there's options for him to ban. We could take down, the Gato is already locked down for the other side. And, so while they're doing the drafting, I'm still going to be engaging the comments. There's Argos takedown. Wow. Against Terror. That's very, very valuable. Because just before Terror picks, wow, that was actually a very thoughtful one. And it locks down the Irritel. The Irritel was banned in the last draft. And the Irritel will go for an Aegis. What is with Izumi and Aegis? Izumi, you really need to understand that Aegis does not work for all the marksman. I mean, Irritel, Sprint works better with her. And you really need to know that, Izumi. Aegis is not for all the marksman. Someone really needs to tell Izumi that. And then we've got Yoli Hex still resorting to the Kimi on the gold lane. And then we've got Alucard pick on Sarmat. Wow, the demon hunter from the Monian Empire is here. Oh, Terror bringing back the Alpha. My goodness. He is coming for blood. There are 3 purifiers on the side of Mondkregier against this lineup. This is a team that don't want to be CC'd. This is a team that want to make sure that they are not under any control effect. They've got a Gato, they've got a Hylos. Oh my goodness. But there's no mobility on their end. There's little or no mobility. Do they realize this? Will they regret this? Only one way to find out as we get straight into the game 2. Will Mondkregier regret the purifiers? Will they be tagged as the purified team, but they lose the match? So, okay, so I'm gonna be engaging the comments while the game loads. Someone says they pick their mains now. Well, All Father, I really hope that mains help them win the match. And then someone says Mondkregier needs to learn counters. Well, at this point, All Father, is it really about counters? Because they countered him the last game and Mondkregier still lost. Is it really about counters? Like, ask yourself that question. Is it really about counters? And then someone says Tigre would cry. Will he cry? Because he didn't cry the last time. He actually spearheaded his team victory the last time. So will he cry? Ask yourself that question really well. And then, someone says, what are these picks? All right? I've never seen 3 purifiers on a single team. That is crazy. That is excessive. That is super excessive. My goodness. MJ, are you noting this? Are you seeing what is going on here? Oh my goodness. It is so funny and so hilarious at the same time. So, the junglers are doing their thing. On the other end, Terror here, the force swing on the creep, really trying to get as much true damage in, trying to make sure that he farms as fast as possible. I know that Terror will cook with this pick, yeah? I know that Terror will cook because Terror dominated with this pick in the last, match that was streamed. That was the last match that Demigods play. But, he also needs to get his farm up and avoid being overconfident here. We are taking a little already here. The pursuit's not willing to commit there. Sarmat on the other end. Richard guiding his jungler here because he knows that his jungler is the secret to them winning this game. Terror, we're really trying to attack the creeps here. And then trying to make sure that things go according to plan. And then trying to make sure that the farmer... Meanwhile, on the other end, the gold lane, Mondkregier are trying to set up a 3-man gank. Terror already almost getting to level 4 here. With the rotation already on level 4. The A will walk in blindly. Dangerous thing for a match to do as it becomes the first blood. Terror will engage with the force swing, but gets taken down by Sarmat. There's the pursuit on the Alucard as he gets a double on Richard. Sarmat really trying to show Terror that he's not a terror. He's nothing to be afraid of on the jungle. That he is the one to be afraid of. He is the demon hunter to be afraid of in this match. Wow. That is really... I really want to see how Terror comes back from this because I want to believe that, that was just a misstep on his end. He's back again here to contest for this turtle. Richard not really giving him much of an advantage. But then again, Alucard is weak to CC. So, Sarmat really needs to be careful with, his engagement and his position, especially with this. Oh, there's the Spear of Alpha, but misses the Spear of Alpha. Terror not doing so well. The Servant of the Guardian right there, but will secure the objective. The Unbreakable here, but the Purifier will come through. Godspeed gets taken down by Armata on the jungle. And then Sarmat's trying to jungle here, trying to invade the jungle. Richard will try to defend the cause of blood here on day 8, but there's a 3-man Spear of Alpha from Terror as he gets taken down immediately. There's a Mystic Field right there from the Xavier. Day 8 trying to immobilize and deal magic damage there. But then, yeah, I said that before, didn't I? The Irrital is actually running an Aegis. I said that before. Oh, the rain has started over here. Okay, I don't really know if that's going to affect my voice, but the rain has started over here, so his rain is falling out there. I don't know if it's going to affect the network, but then again, if the network starts, misbehaving, you guys, I hope you guys understand that, well, that's Nigeria for you. So, you can see that Sabrina Muhid here on the other end. We're trying to support the tank. And then we can see that there's a lot of things going on here because, Terror right now is not doing so well. 0-2-0, 2 deaths, 0 assists, 0 kills. He right now, I think he should just focus on farming and trying to, try to avoid engagement, unnecessary engagement. The little has spawned. Will he contest? Saramat already fed and have an advantage here, but he's not willing to contest. Terror really making sure that he plays it safe. Saramat already sighting him from the other end, but there is a gank being cooked up here for Izumi. Wow, it's crazy. But then again, Saramat. Okay, someone said how Tigre once set with 3 purify. It's OP, it's overkill, but somehow I don't really know how Richard is feeling right now. Right now, it's crazy. It's crazy, but I'm sorry. I just had to laugh about that because it's actually funny. It's actually really funny. But then again, Terra will come in here, not willing to contest for this turtle, not willing, giving away a free turtle to Demigods. To Mondkregier. I really love the fact that Terra right now is just playing it safe, avoiding unnecessary confrontations, and just trying to farm as much as possible and avoiding Saramat until he has enough creep. But Saramat will bring the fight to him as he invades his jungle silently, just waiting for him to come. There's the stun there as he gets taken down. The AOG gets missed. Godspeed trying to get 2-man unbreakable from Godspeed as the implosion comes in, but the purifier will come through. Salma gets a killing spree Richard as Lilia gets another killing spree. They are slain by Armata as Mondkregier really making sure they do justice. It's a 3-for-none in favor of Mondkregier. They're trying to take game 2, not giving Demigods a breathing space here. Really trying to take the turrets. Objective matter, not just kills. It's a 9-0 kill gap. But then again, objectives are more important than the kills in this game. So, with that being said, you can see the other end. Terror here trying to come in on the other end. Retail in a dangerous position. There's immobilizer. They pull back from the Kimi, but gets out of there with the heavy crossbow. Unfortunately, already using the heavy crossbow, but not utilizing it. Terror coming in to support, but will that backfire as the Camilla comes in? Yoli coming in to bait them. There's no Mystic Field there. Sabrina Mohid already coming in. Richard looking for an opening here, but will there be opening? Because the Purifiers are not making it easy for him to find any opening. Even if he finds one, they're just gonna use the Purifier to get out of the implosion. So it's really a difficult position to be in as a Tigro. I really hope that he has a contingency plan, because you can't tell me that he didn't see that coming. They did that in the first game, so obviously your common sense will tell you that there's a chance that they're gonna do it again. So I really hope he has a contingency plan. I really hope that Demigods have something in store and they have this game in the bag. I really hope that just toying with Mondkregier like they did in the last game, but Saramat will get another easy toss. So Terror not even willing to contest here. It's something, but then again, they also know that they need to focus on objective, but Izumi being like Phoenix, really trying to lane properly here. And it's I don't think it's not looking so good right now for Demigods as immobilized there from the Kimi. But Yoli X not willing to commit to that. Richard really trying to defend her here. We need to go back there, forced to use the S2. Mondkregier really trying for the 2-man gang, but the turret goes down. The tier 1, there's the immobilization, but the Tigre will go down to Yoli X. They're really shoving the HP here. What they're good at, what Mondkregier is good at, shoving HP in the face of Demigods. I really hope Terror has something in mind. Saramat already there's the Fisher wave from the Alucard, but then again not willing to commit to that. It's immobilized for the push back. There's a course of blood follow up from the Carmela, but we'll get taken down. The Spear of Alpha from Terror, but Terror will get taken down by Yoli X. 3-for-none in favor. 4-for-none in favor of Mondkregier as they're dominating this match, taking objectives, not willing to make the same mistake that made the last time. Coming with heroes that push. The mom Ninas is dying to get out of there. And then we can see Armata on EXP lane really trying to clear and push as possible. So it's not looking good. I will say it. Okay, I'm gonna come on and say it. I usually hype and I usually try and give hope for
another match and hope for another game. But then again, dangerous position to be in Armata. There's a official wave, there's an engagement there. Bogato is forced to pull out of the battle just before that could become lethal. And then I'm someone that used to it's try and give hope for them to win and trying to convince my viewers that there's a chance that they will still take the match. But really, in this kind of situation, I really don't see it. I'm not going to lie. I don't see it happening because there's a 14-1 kill lead. There's a 8k gold lead. All the turrets of, all the outer turrets except the inhibitors are down. So it's not looking nice. They haven't even secured a single objective. Oh, there's the Purifier right there from the Lilia. Terror almost gets taken down by the Lilia. But the Lilia will get stunned. There's the Mystic Field, immobilization right there. But then again, Saramat's not willing to waste a second there. Contesting. There's no contest, actually, against this Lord. So I don't see hope here for Demigods. But, don't speak so soon. Don't say it so soon. They're taking the Lord, already. But I really hope in everything, Terror, if I listen. Oh, that's the implosion right there against Saramat. But no follow-up from Terror. Wow. Abandoned and bled. That was a wise one because the Lord was coming. If they had engaged, they would have wiped them out, and they would have ended immediately. The game would have gone. Wow, the game would have gone. So it's not easy because Terror knows that the game is gone. Terror is not even trying to fight anymore because there was a clear opening there. He didn't even take it. So that's that about that. Sabrina Muhi, the Lord has approached there, but the Lord is taken down. That's a 2-man immobilized. But then again, we've been in the dangerous position. Gets engaged. There, the spell of Alpha Saramat in the dangerous position, but gets shut down by Izumi. It's a full-on team fight. Demigods. It's a 2-for-1 in favor of Demigods. Wow. Irita gets a double. Wow, that was advantageous. Terror saw an opening there. Took it with the spell of Alpha. That was actually very, very nice. That was so nice. I love the fact that Terror knows when to engage now. He knows that this is a critical time. He knows that. And this is a time whereby you have to time your engagement. You have to be very careful. Not every opening you see is an opening to attack. It could be a bait. It could be, it could be a chance. There could be a chance that the enemy teammates could be camping and trying to lure you out. So you need to be very, very careful. Okay, so while they're doing the macro management, I'm going to be reading the comments and engaging. So someone says, that was dumb from Tigro. Well, yes, I agree with that. For once, I actually agree. There's immobilization here. Okay, trying to get the cost of blood in. There's a 2-man cost of blood right there. Taking a lot of damage. Terror. Oh, there's a spear of Alpha. 4-man implosion, but it purifies. Will come in handy. Giving Tigray also time. Tigray gets taken down. Or Mata who gets shut down. Something Amu gets taken down. Salmat being the only one left. The rose gold is preventing Illumi from getting taken down. And the Aegis as well. Finally, the Aegis is speaking for Izumi. Wow, that's a 4-for-3 in favor, 4-for-2 in favor of Demigods. They're finding their momentum. It's crazy, but they're finding their momentum. Is this the change? Is this the turnaround? Is this where it happens? Is this where Mondkregier throws the game again? They've lost one of their turrets. Are you seeing this commentary? Are you seeing this? Are you seeing this, guys? They are losing turrets. This is the change. This is the turning point. This is happening. Oh my goodness. If they actually end up taking this game, if Demigods take this game, then Mondkregier are going to be the squad with the biggest throw of all time. It's crazy. It's crazy, but then again, it's happened. The Lord will spawn in the next 1 second. And yeah, that's it. And then Amata coming in already trying to support the jungler here. And then we can see Yoli X already there trying to take this load as fast as possible. There's a little contest here from Godspeed, but he's not really willing to go in. He's really trying to play it safe. They're trying to defend right now. They're trying to defend as, much as possible. Trying to make sure that, there's this Tigro here still playing his antics like he usually would. And Richard, I really feel for Richard right now. Those purifies are not making it easy for him to cast those implosion. He has good sets. I mean, he had a 4-man implosion in the last game. 4-man implosion. That would have been a very, very nice set. A stream worthy set. A TikTok worthy set. But then again, those purifies, they make it difficult. They make life hard for a tank, especially one that has high CC like Tigro. Because this Saramat coming in here waiting for the Lord to come in. Richard, oh, there's the implosion on him, but not willing to follow that up as Sabrina Muhid comes in to his rescue. The Lord has approached, but I like the two-pronged approach from Tigro. Oh, there's a course of blood, the four-man course of blood from the Carmela. There's Godspeed goes down. Saramat trying to figure it out with a Fisher way, but the Lucas will come in. Richard goes down, Amarta goes down, Saramat goes down. It's a 3-for-3 in favor of both teams. A fair trade. Both teams losing significant members, not willing to push it further. The Lord has been taken down. Already coming in there. That's the heavy crossbow from Izumi trying to take down this Lydia here, but not willing to push it too much. Not willing to commit. Izumi already taking the buff here, trying to preserve the game, gonna keep the hope alive for Demigods here. Mondkregier also not willing to throw this game like they did the last time. Yoli making sure that he doesn't overextend or be punished there. There's a pullback from the Kimi, but not willing to follow that up. Not willing to commit either on the side of Izumi. Both teams recover their members. So I'll engage the comments while they do their macro management. Ooh, before that, I can see Richard up to his antics, up to his shenanigans one more time. He really doesn't know when to quit. He really doesn't know when to stop this tank. And I love the resilience though. I mean, it's one thing to know you're countered. It's another thing to keep trying despite that. So remember, Muhid has been given some very good sets, by the way. I mean, that 4-man course of blood was crazy. That was very, very impressive. I was impressed. That was TikTok worthy. So let's see what the commentary are saying. So it says show build. Okay. So you want to see the build? Here's the build. So here's what Kimi is on. Master Bates is a Mondkregier and True. Oh my goodness. Okay, that was actually funny. Okay, Terror here, really trying to play passively, not willing to contest, trying to preserve things here, only engaging when necessary. But this will be the third Lord that Mondkregier will be taking. Still not able to end, and they are stretching this game. You see, the thing about Mobile Legends is that when you are ahead in gold, ahead in wave, and you're not able. Oh, that's the take, Sarmat. Wow, really close there. Xavier would have been able to steal that if he wasn't fast enough. Wow, that was very, very tight. Because if they are taking it, that would have been very good. The waves would have given them an advantage, but the Lord ascends from the minion. So yeah, like I was saying, the more lords that Demigods contest against, the more they match up Mondkregier. And it gets to a point where both teams become evenly matched. And I think that's what Terror is really playing for right now. He's playing for the long game. And the Lord is almost taken out. And then there's a push here. There's a two-pronged attack. Attack here. Godspeed really trying to buy as much time, but gets taken down by Yoli X. So trying to make sure that this Lord does not ascend to the other end. Lord already has almost 10k HP left. And then they're trying to take it down as fast as possible. Godspeed already down. The Lord is taking down one more time as they're not able to end. Wow, this is not looking good for Mondkregier. The game is stretched once more. Oh, there's the 3-man pullback from the Kimi. Wow, game is stretched once more. And I think both teams will soon complete their build. So the game is being stretched, and what that means is that the gold is being tied soon. The gold lead is being stretched. I mean, we had an 8k gold lead. Now we just have a 5k gold lead. So it's not looking so good for Mondkregier. They need to end as soon as possible because they are getting close and closer to them. Demigods are trying to get back their momentum, and it's not going to be funny if they do, because Godspeed and Terror are cooking something up, and I really want to see what that is. But right now, they're focused on the macro management. I'm going to be engaging the comments while they're doing it. So, someone says, just the Pro MM talking Phoenix. Oh, okay. Phoenix, yeah, by the way, Phoenix, I love your laning phase. I watched you yesterday. I streamed your match. You did so well. You did so well. I commend you. You really tried in the laning phase. You're a very good laner. Okay, so with that being said, someone says, Mondkregier and Troke, I've read that already. Someone says it's not even range or damage. Kimi have everything over Erythel in late game. Well, the revamped Kimi, that is. Someone says skill issues. Well, Mondkregier definitely has trouble with ending. That's not the trouble that Demigods have, because obviously they showed it in the last match. They were able to end things immediately, the one chance they have. And right now they're all on level 15 already. There's no level gap. And then there's a 4k gold lead. Before it was a 5k gold lead. There's a 4k gold lead now, and it's getting close. The gold lead is tightening. Do they realize this? Dude, Mondkregier realize this, that they are jeopardized. The more lords that they lose, the more lords, the more chances that they're jeopardizing their chance at victory. So he said these niggas know sabi pressure team lanes. Well, I think they need to learn it. I think Mondkregier need to learn it. This game we're using it a bit too early there, Xavier. I admire the effort though, but Mondkregier will take the Lord one more time. Yeah, and very vulnerable to CC, hence they purify and all that. Freezing lane seems like a dirty word. Well, it's not really a dirty word, but then again, the Lord has spawned. I'm actually getting tired of the whole thing myself. You take the Lord, but you're not able to end the game and stretching things. Meanwhile, Demigods already know that if we can just endure, if we can just delay things enough, we can win this. We can take this. We can steal this victory and take it as a 2-0 win. And Mondkregier will be crowned the king of throwing. But will they? Oh, they're trying to push here. There's a cost of blood. 3-man cost of blood right there from the Camilla. Oh, the damage is being passed. DX flickers out just before that could become lethal there. Godspeed goes down. Richard goes down as well. Oh, they're trying to end this game. Mondkregier not making the same mistake as they secure the win one more time. Wow, that was a hard fought, and that was a long fought battle. That battle was 23 minutes, right? That was a 23 minutes battle, and honestly, Godspeed not doing so well on the Gato here. Might consider another pick, and they really delayed it. It was unnecessary and it was risky, but I'm glad they did not throw. Somehow the 3 purifies worked, and somehow the Tigreal cheat did not work. So Richard might consider another pick this time around. So with that being said, while they set up in the lobby, I'm going to be engaging the comments. So I'm going to be seeing what you guys are saying. So what do you think? Mondkregier didn't really let that through. So what do you guys think? Do you think Demigods is still going to snag the second game? Or do you think Mondkregier are just going to settle it tonight and then that's it? Is it Saramat no grey? Exactly, yeah. Saramat actually was the one that was dealing most damage to the base. Actually, was the one doing the most damage to the base. And then someone says they throw honestly. He said these niggas they throw honestly. No, actually, they didn't throw. They actually win. Yeah, the game is just long and boring. To be honest, it's just long and that was unnecessarily long. They could have ended this thing a long time ago, because they didn't carry any push heroes. Personally, I'm actually very exhausted myself. That game, stressed me. Okay, so I don't actually stream the Sotekishon game, so I don't actually know what happened there. This is the only game we're streaming today. So let's end this quickly. It's already past 11, so that we can all go to bed. Tomorrow is Sunday. We can all retire to our sleep. Okay, yeah. Here we go again for one more time to see who the final victor will be. Excuse me, please. Let me blow my nose. Okay. Yeah, so is that here we go again? Well, yeah, here we go again. Back to another game. Now we're down to game 3. Take a breather and win it for your team. Oh my goodness, I need to even drink water. I need to drink water. One sec. Okay. Yeah, I'm back. All right, so Aya Hanzo always Julian, same bands. Please, let's just round this up because I'm not actually, the game is not actually interesting me, to be honest. I mean I need something that puts fire in my spirit, something that causes me to shout, something that gives me like, fire in my bones. I need that kind of match. I don't need dragged out unnecessary long matches. I really don't need that, So Coney Black wishing them good luck as a ref should. And then with that, we are going to go straight into the match. Godspeed, we'll take the first ban. Yeah, we'll take the first ban here. But then again, we can see Godspeed here. I really want Godspeed to make a better ban now, because the Camilla was really disturbing them. And if they take down the Camilla, that's going to be very, very good. That will be them learning from their mistakes. But will he take down? Oh, misses his ban. That was not good. That's not a good thing. A Camilla takedown is very valuable. Sabrina Muhid here will take down someone. I think he's going to take down. I don't think they're going to ban the Alpha because the Alpha wasn't really problematic to them. But they take down Izumi's 1-1. Wow. Izumi. I wonder who you're going to take down. Take down the Camilla. Camilla is a problem for you guys. Take down Camilla. MG, guy, I say I'm tired myself because they just stretched the second game unnecessarily, guy. I'm actually tired. Yeah, they dragged it. And it was completely unnecessary. They just tired me out, because if you are going to win this game. Let's go on to game 3. I mean, it's just crazy. Okay, day A here. We can see him coming in here. Oh, sorry. Okay. Day A with the first pick. They finally took down the Tigreal. I really don't know why they would take down the Tigreal. The Tigreal has been nothing but insignificant and ineffective in the match. So why are you taking down the Tigreal? I don't know. Mondkregier are really just toying around with their bans right now. I think they're even exhausted. Mondkregier won the second game. Demigods won the first game. MG. So they're just banning who gives them issues. But then again, why didn't they take down the Camilla? The Camilla was more problematic than the Lilia, because the Camilla cause of blood was a problem. I really don't know why Demigods are not taking down the Camilla. They should take down the Camilla. Exactly. The ban Tig. Exactly. You are understanding. All father, you are understanding. So that's it. So Godspeed really going with the CC one more time, abandoning the Gato as Richard locks down the Hilda, forsaking the Tigreal. And then we can see Saramat, the jungler, will go for, Soyo is available. He can always go for that. He can go for a Soyo. He can go for something else if he doesn't want to go for a Soyo, a Sun. Or he could go for another jungler that is within his, hero pool that he can use. But he needs to make a decision, because he has 5 seconds left. Indecisiveness is not a good thing when it comes to time. But we'll move Yoli X for the Kimi. Yoli X still spamming the same Kimi for 3 games straight. Wow. That shows someone that has a lot of heroes in his pool. So scores is 1-1. Scores are tied. Mondkregier, is winning, 1-1. Mondkregier 1, Demigods 1. So they have a Sicilian now. They A finally leaving the Xavier and going for a Sicilian, a meta pick. I really hope this makes a difference for him or for his team. And then we've got Terror. Terror will take down. Terror, please take down a Camilla. My goodness. He takes down a Lucas. Camilla gave you guys a lot of problems. That is an obvious ban. And they locked down a Faramis. Mondkregier are still going for their Purify lineup. It's crazy. This is a Purify team. This is a team that loves that battle spell so much. And then Terror will make the final pick, and Izumi for, exactly. No, MJ, get this. MJ, get this. That was sarcastic. Me saying that, exactly. Cypher got the joke. Exactly. I love that. Cypher, you understand me very well. You see, me and you are on the same frequency. Exactly. So you can see that Fredrin here. Oh, Fredrin lockdown. Wow, from Saramat. Not good. Not good. Definitely not good. Especially since they have a lineup that's very, very vulnerable to CC. Terror here. Lucky finally the Argos is available for Terror to use. I really hope he's gonna decimate with this hero. I think Terror is going to be the winning, team. I think Terror is gonna be the winning click here if they are going to win this match. Okay, finally, Mondkregier have abandoned the Purifies, and they're now going for Revitalize instead and the normal battle spells. Finally. And then now the Purify is on the CC. I really don't know why CC is going for a Purify. I really do not know why. But then again, if it's the Gato that she's going for, or maybe the Fredrin, well, I guess that's understandable. So yeah, the moment of truth. This is the moment of truth. This is the moment that will decide who really is going to take this one home. So it's a 1-1. This is the final match. This is the third match. The best of 3. So this is the final match that will decide who is going to go home, regretting, and who is going to go home happy. So with that being said, I'm already exhausted. I'm already tired because, they stretched the second game and they really tire me out. So with that being said, I'm going to be engaging in the comments right now. So All Father says if Mondkregier lose this match, if they lose this match, they are not. Honestly, it means that Mondkregier have a lot to work on. Let me just be like, I don't like shit talking against squads. I don't like talking, bad about them on stream. But I'll just say that they have a lot to work on. And Emperor says they feel lose. Yeah, they can. I agree. They can lose. Because Terror now has one of his, picks that, he's already invading the jungle. Wow, I like this. Mondkregier trying an early game invade. I love this. Terror dodges the unbreakable. Saramat will get taunted right there. Terror gets out of the way just in time. This is Soundwine Claws from the Sicilian there, but will take a lot of damage. Revitalize coming in to support the HP, but the battle impact will assist Richard to get the first blood on the Gato. Frederick goes down as the early invade backfires. The Soundwine Claws catches Takimi as she goes down to the Art of Hunting from Richard. That gets a 3-0 kill lead. That invade backfired really quickly. Wow. I mean, why? Why would they do that? Why would they invade in the early game? Mondkregier, what are you trying to do here? You know that Terror now has one of the banned pick. It's not wise. I agree with Cypher. Why invade now? I mean, he doesn't even have... Saruman doesn't even have level 4. Saruman haven't even finished taking his own buffs. So it makes no sense. It makes no sense. But it also has spawned, and this is one of the disadvantages. Because he died, he's not in level 4 yet. The little has spawned already. Terror here, really anxious, really, really happy. He got that final chance to show himself here. The Tosu has spawned. Terror looking for an opening here. Will Terror engage against this Faramis? He's looking for an opening right here. Misses the S1 on the Faramis. That's not good. And then Richard here helping him out to the Art of Hunting on the Turtle here. And then we can see that Saramat is not even willing to contest. Wow. Reduced Blessing though. Not willing to contest. Takes the Turtle down. The first objective is secured for the Demigods. And then we can see this Clint on the other end. Izumi. Not okay, it's already on level 4 here, so that grenade bombardment is available. That's the fast touch with the grenade bombardment on Yoli. Yeah. There's one stack on it. This Art of Hunting on the Hilda as he kills him with the power of the wilderness. Wow, that was beautiful right there. Saramat engages, but the occult altar already comes in to support here. Not getting enough crystal energy for the Appraiser's Wrath on the Fredrin. But Terror will try to farm as fast as possible, trying to make sure that he gets his farm up. And then, I really don't know. I mean, Clint already has his ultimate. The grenade bombardment has 5 stacks on it. So if he's afraid of engagement, then it's really sad. But Day A is really, really doing so well on the Sicilian. I love the crowd control there. There's a lane cut there. Richard getting taunted, nearly close there. But then again, there's the engagement from the Frederick, the AOG. There's a Appraiser's Wrath on Sarmat as it takes down the Hilda on the other end. Well, overextension, that's the punishment for overextension on the other end, as Terror will engage on the gold lane against Yoli, but Anticipation will get her out of danger in that situation. Terror really trying to come back here to farm the lethal here to contest. And then we can see, Terror here. There's the glory. Oh, no! The Art of Hunting gets pulled. Wow, there's a stampede from the Faramis there. A very interesting one. one thing about skills interaction is, you really don't know how two skills are going to interact with each other until, you actually use them against each other. So, the Art of Hunting against the Shadow Stampede there, pulling her close to the turret, that was pretty risky. I think the field healer should keep that in mind next time when she's approaching the Faramis, but the Sanguine Claws misses the Fredrin on the other end. Terror really trying to farm this Toro, trying to take the second objective for Demigods on the other end, but the avatar of the AOG comes in with a 2-man. Oh, Miss doesn't use the Unbreakable Terror, already using the ultimate here. There's the Death Immunity, but the Occult Altar will come in to support Terror, trying to get as much. Oh, the Appraiser's Wrath misses. There's a Sanguine Claws, but Terror goes down. Not enough to sustain. Osarmat will taunt Godspeed as he gets taken down. Armata gets a double on the other end. Wow. JA really trying to get as much battle impact as possible, as there's the taunt right there. Armata engaging there on the other mid lane, but gets away before that could become very fatal. Izumi really trying not to engage. He's trying to use the grenade bombardment on them. Ooh, the double shots. But then again, Terror in a dangerous position, doesn't have the ultimate yet, so he can't really engage in this 1v4 situation. They're still invading the jungle, and the healer is really trying to help here with the Blessing of the Wilderness. But then again, Saramat engages this Clint, but the Clint gets away here. Saramat still in the jungle. Ooh, there's Sanguine Claws from Day A. Day A gets into this, but again, engages one more time, but misses the taunt on Izumi. Will he catch him again? Catches him again one more time. Misses the taunt. This Izumi is really playing with death. That is the gamble right there. The Occult Altar used. Terror not willing to use the ultimate. We're not willing to commit there. There's a grenade bombardment from the 3-man Sanguine Claws from Day A. But that can't be fatal with Aramata around. Terror on the mid lane here, really trying to farm as fast as possible, but the first turret is taken down by Godspeed on the EXP lane, but his camera needs to focus on the mid lane because that's where it's at. So, Richard is trying to help, trying to make sure that neither of his teammates gets jumped. The Faramis will be in a dangerous position. Armata flickers out of there just in time. The Art of Hunting already used by the Hilda, the power of wilderness to end things quickly. I love that from Richard. I love the fact that Armata tried to use the Occult Altar to save his life, but then again, it's not fast enough. Terror comes in, tries to commit there for the Shadow Stampede. There's the AOG from the Gato, the Unbreakable used on him. Terror not willing to use the ultimate just yet. He uses it as he engages fully, commits to MK on the other end. As he gets taken down, the Gato gets taken down, as he gets a double. There's the Appraiser's Wrath from Sarmat as he takes down the Clint of Demigods. Wow, they're really styling here. Armata really trying to use the Shadow Stampede on Richard here as he pulls him backward, not willing to commit, using Art of Hunting. Saramat really trying to take this turtle right now. They haven't secured a single objective. This is the first objective they are securing for, Mondkregier. Mondkregier are fighting back just as they are as well. Saramata taking the turret. Godspeed will try to come in and defend. Not willing to engage, trying to take the objectives first. That's what matters. But then the yo-yo has been used on Saramat and Yori X, preventing the blink skills. And then you can see Richard here. Ooh, the Art of Hunting is used on the Flooring, but flickers are just in time. The Shadow Stampede really trying to prevent her from advancing it forward. But it's the pull back from Yoli X. The Sanguine Claws is missed. But then again, Saramat will commit to that. There's the Occult Altar from the Faramis, the AOG from the Gato. There's really dangerous position to be in. Izumi really needs to get into a safe position as he gets away, thanks to his second skill. Wow, it's really a brutal team fight. Izumi coming in here. And then you can see the Gato here. I really love the fact that Mondkregier are trying to control this map. They're really trying to, oh, come on, come in. There's a brutal team fight coming in here. There's a bad fest from the Sicilian. As Saruman tries to look for his next opponent. Takes down Godspeed with the help of the only X. There's the Appraiser's Wrath as he gets a killing spree on Izumi. Wow, that was an IQ move from Sarmat, using the Appraiser's Wrath from outside the turret to take out Izumi. That was nothing short of an IQ play from Sarmat. I really love that move right there. I'm gonna keep it in mind. Might try executing it on my own later in game. So it's crazy. It's crazy, but then again, we can see that they're really trying to make sure they keep up the momentum here. The Lord will spawn in the next 10 seconds, and Sarmat is really trying to make sure that they get the objectives. They lost the first 2 totals, and they're really making sure they don't lose the next few objectives. They're trying to end things as fast as possible, as it should be. The game is just 9 minutes, and Mondkregier having so much control in this game. It's crazy, but it's happening, right? And then we can see Sarmat right here with the, there's the stunt. Really trying to get the crystal stacks in, and then Sarmat will go in. Stone's taking the damage to secures the Lord for Mondkregier, and Izumi here, Godspeed, really trying to come and then to take the, there's a crab there, right? And then we can see that the lanes here, the tier 1 of the EXP and the tier 1, both tier 1s actually have been taken, but then there's a brutal team fight brewing here. The Art of Hunting gets caught in between with the Shadow Stampede there. Richard gets taken down. The occult altar from Armata as Godspeed follows him to his graveyard. Oh my goodness, that wasn't really the Sanguine Claws on the Gato right there. The A really trying to get as much magic damage in as possible, but the Lord will approach. Mondkregier not willing to make the same mistake they made last time. There's the Bat Impact from Day A, trying to get the damage in, trying to reduce this Lord HP. But Mondkregier are really trying to end things as fast as possible. There's the AOG from the Gato! Terror already using the ultimate, committing to that fight. As he commits and as he gets out, disengages from the battle. There's a 2-man Sanguine Claws as Yoli X gets a monster kill. Day A almost gets taken down. Yoli gets a double. It's down to the turret. It's down to the base. Mondkregier are not making the same mistakes they made the last time, delaying the match. It's 11 minutes, and they're really trying to secure the win for themselves. It's late, and they're really trying to go home and trying to sleep on time. If they delay this match could stretch to midnight. It's crazy. This could be, MJ, this could be the longest match ever played. This could be the longest match ever played. It's crazy. It could be. MJ say, "What, GG?" It's crazy, guy. Terror really coming in here, and then we can see, Terror really trying to make sure that this thing, the game right now is just being stretched. It's starting to get stretched. The gold lead is about 4K gold lead, and it's starting to get stretched because they weren't able to take down, the base, but they were able to push the inhibitors, and that gave them an advantage because now if the Lord is coming, the Lord is going to head straight into the base and go for the home turret itself. I really hope that this next Lord is going to be the end, because if they don't end this game, I think Demigods are going to pick up on that and are going to end the game themselves. But then again, they still have turrets left. Only the tier 1 on the EXP lane is down. So Mondkregier are in a really good position right now. So while they do the macro clear, I'm going to engage the comments and see what you guys are saying. Okay, so someone says Mondkregier we shall finish first. Well, we'll see about that, right? The first Lord has gone, so we'll see about that. And they said they lost already. I don't know if they did. Really. The game still hasn't ended, and with how the first game went, it could be anyone's game, really. It could be anyone's game. And then you can see someone says split push should be better here. I agree, Emperor. That's exactly what Terror is doing. He is trying to split push. But then again, it's a dangerous game because the Lord has been taken down and they're going to be coming to that lane. You can see Armata here, with the Gato already coming in, trying to defend that lane from getting split pushed. So someone says, pick up Hilda against a full heal team. Well, it wasn't exactly wise of them, but then again, the Lord is approaching. I really hope they will end things now. The Gato is not in a good position, but then the Lord has approached, and this Lord is going to be taken really quickly. This Lord is going to be taken down really quickly. Ooh, there's the Sanguine Claws from Day A. Wow, really trying to get as much. The occult altar already used. The silent. Ooh, gets taken down. The flooring goes down. The Appraiser's Wrath from Sarmat as Yoli gets a double. It's a 2-for-1 trade, and the Lord is taken down. One more time. They're still defending against this game. Wow, they're still really trying so hard They're trying to end the game here, but Terror says no. Terror gets taken down. Wow, that was a risky play. That was a very risky play by the Gato. The Sanguine Claws, they are trying to release as much magic damage as possible, but Mondkregier are trying to go for the base, trying to take down the base as they secure the second game. Not willing to stretch the game out like it did. So, this is by far the longest game so far. This is the longest game played, and it's crazy, but I'm so glad you guys stayed till the end. Mondkregier sees the victory. Terror underperformed in this match, both the first and the second and the third. But I can't blame him because it's not easy as a jungler to carry when your teammates are not really doing much. So, with that being said, I appreciate everyone that stayed with me, that came to support me up until this point. You all are beautiful souls. I wish you good luck in your future matches, your classics and your rank matches. Keep dominating out there and keep being unapologetically you. And I'll see you guys in the next stream. I remember your humble host and commentator, Black Matter. And I'll see you guys in the next one.